What's up everyone, Crimshot here, and I'm going to be reacting to Hunter x Hunter episode 38. Last time, Killua and Gon, they went to Whale Island. We learned a whole bunch of stuff about Mito, Gin, and I feel like there's going to be a time lapse. I hope, because I do want to get to that auction point already. But yeah, it was basically Gon knowing more about his dad. There was the whole Nen crate thing, the little tiny box that was given to him when he became a hunter from Mito. And as soon as he used Nen, it came apart. He used his card, opened the box, and there was 3 items in it. It was a cassette tape, it was a memory card, and a ring. We don't know what the ring does. The cassette, we heard, it was the voice of his dad, Gin. I love that touch with the cassette. We don't know anything about the memory card still. I think we're gonna learn more about that, assuming Gon and his family has a computer there. If not, he'll probably have to go off island again just to find a computer to find out what's on it. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Let's just get right into it. It must be really weird to hear your dad's voice through a cassette tape. For the first time that you hear your dad's voice, it's on a cassette tape. Is he gonna tell him where he is? Oh, true. What is that? Oh, that's what he looks like. What? Okay. He's riding on like a monster on top of the flying dragon monster. What? Oh, we get to learn about the mom? Yeah. Seriously? I'm happy for Mito. I feel sorry for the real mom though. Whoa. Oh, it's gone. Just stop it. Well, you can't let it. Oh, great. It's gonna keep going. Can't break it. Now we'll never know anything about the mother. Now that's covering your tracks. Really? I mean, he is from an assassin family. JS. I was just about to say, The size of it and the look of it kind of reminded me of a PlayStation. A PlayStation 2. Was there memory cards for the first PlayStation? I guess there was. They look similar to the PlayStation 2s though. So I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, you're just gonna go out and buy one? Hmm. Hmm. So they have to find which game it works with? Or no? Greed Island. I wonder if it'll do the same with the cassette. Just starts wiping stuff off. Hmm. An indie game. Damn, Khalil knows a lot about the technology. A hunting game for hunters, huh? Oh, damn. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, it might be at the auction. They might be able to go to the auction and find it bidding. Ooh. I bet that they sell the game at the auction. Is it his brother? Piggy. I think it was his brother. Wow, that's a life-size figurine. Two of them. No, not that one. Must be a pretty cool game. They don't need to own it. They just have to put it in the disc, in the joy station to see what the memory is. A website for hunters, only accessible by hunters. Find leads on Greed Island there. Yeah. If it's the world's greatest auction, there's no doubt that that game will be there. 17 billion. Oh, she knew already that they were gonna go. And they're off once again. Oh, so he won't be back until he finds his father, huh? Setting the bar really high. Yep. Alright, that was my reaction to episode 38 of Hunter x Hunter. Um, yeah, it was dropping more information on us, but it was kind of leading it in the right direction, because what they need right now, based on what was left in the box, well, we still don't know about the ring, but they went straight to the card, a memory card. And I was just thinking when I was looking at it, I was like, you know what, that kind of looks like the size of a PlayStation 2 memory card or a PlayStation memory card. And then they bring up the whole thing, oh yeah, it's a game console, Joystation. And I'm like, oh my god. And then they find out that they need this game after Killua ran out and bought the console. It's kind of sad that Gon never got to experience playing video games, but I guess if he did, he wouldn't be who he is right now. But yeah, they get the Joystation, put in the memory card, and then they find out that okay, we need this game called Greed Island. They look it up, it's like $5,800,000,000. It's crazy, and the developers only made like 100 of them. And right when I saw that, I was like, okay, it's got to be at the auction. It's got to be at the auction. They call up his brother Goto, or he calls Piggy. The guy has like life-size action, no, not action, life-size figurines of anime girls and everything. And I'm like, wow, he's pretty intense. But yeah, he says there's two leads. You can go to the Hunters website, which is only accessible by Hunters, or go to the auction, which is where they're gonna go anyway. So I was like, that's where they're probably gonna find it. They're not gonna do the website. I think they're just gonna go straight to the auction. Kind of going back to what I said in my last video, episode 37. I mentioned how like you can tell how old the manga is because using cassette and everything. I'm kind of retracting that now, but I'm not sure still. I mean, I never read the manga. My only previous exposure to Hunter was the first TV series that aired. And it's gonna be one of those things where I can't tell if they added something new, because while they were online with the whole computer, laptops, these things that I'm seeing in this episode tell me that they either had added this in, because a lot of it seems more updated. Like the whole idea where Killua was telling him, oh, don't do it here on your home computer, you got to do that on a public computer or else people are going to know where you live and stuff like that. To me, that's more modern. That's more like 2000s kind of stuff. I know that the series aired in the 90s and the manga obviously came before that because it's based off the manga, but for it to know that much, this has to be like an updated version of that story from the manga, and they integrate it quite well. You know, it's just something I wanted to point out, but I don't know if I'm right or wrong about that, but it's just something I find pretty interesting when they do that type of stuff. They like update it. They don't keep it completely like how the original was. They kind of have like an updated version of it where they add in all this technology stuff with the laptop and the address scene, and how like you put like a post and then they got all these hits, and he's like, okay, no, they're just gonna try and sell you like counterfeits and stuff like that. But yeah, we see Gon's dad for the first time. It kind of sucks the way he said it on the cassette tape, where it was like, well, I don't want to see you. And I was like, ooh, you know, he's trying so hard to see you, but you don't want to see him. But then he knows it. He knows why. It's like he hasn't been a very good parent, and that's why he can't, he doesn't know how to face him in a way. And he knows that hunters are very selfish creatures. He says it himself. And that, and then the camera pans out and it goes to like this island where it's like this huge cylindrical mountain. There's like a tornado. It's like all red, and then you see Gon's father with like stubby mustache, beard, and he's like on top of like this lizard. It looked like a chameleon or a Komodo dragon, and then on top of that it was like on another actual dragon, but then the wings had like more of a feather look to it rather than full-on dragon. But it kind of reminded me of that creature from Neverending Story, which I've never watched. I've seen parts of, and I know it for that creature on the poster. It's like that, but then it was like dark, because in the Neverending Story one it was like white. This one was like all dark with brown, black, and stuff. But that's what it reminded me of, the design of it. It reminded me of that creature from Neverending Story. But yeah, he's on top of that, and then that's on top of that, and then he just flies away. I mean, that's too much. And he's telling Gon on the cassette, come find me if you can. And then just to slap it off, he used Nen to like reverse it and everything. And I thought that was pretty cool how it's like even after they pull it out, you know, it's still going. They try to stop it, it's still recording. And they try to break it, it's still going. You know, it's like protected from by the Nen that he placed on it 10 years ago, you know. That's pretty crazy. Again, that makes me realize how powerful and versatile this whole thing of surrounding Nen is. I mentioned it before, but you know, after learning all that stuff, it's like you can really do anything with Nen, assuming you individually have the knack for whatever it is that you're going for. Like Killua was saying, because he's an assassin, he knew that from this tape you could get a whole bunch of information out of it, just the sound. And there's probably someone out there who has a Nen that specializes in deciphering sound better than an actual machine. Again, Nen is pretty much what drives the creativity of this show, I believe, because you can really do anything with it, and I find that very, very cool. But I think that's all I wanted to say for this one. I kind of want a PlayStation 2 again, so I can play I have all my PlayStation 2 games. I don't have a PlayStation 2. I used to have a PlayStation 3. It was like the old one, the fat one, and those were backwards compatible. Everything beyond that in the PlayStation 3 generation, it was like the slims. Once it went to slim down, they couldn't do backwards compatibility for those PlayStation 2 games or PlayStation 1. That's why I feel like the fat PlayStation 3 was perfect, because I could still play my old games. But that broke, and now I have all these PlayStation 2 games that I can't use. I've seen a couple PlayStation ads on top of Craigslist, Facebook. I might pick one up, but at the same time, with how I'm living right now, it won't be for a while. But I really do want to play PlayStation 2 games again. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Shoots.